Got my free birthday coffee at Starbucks over here in Mississauga. You know, when you use the app or you have that little card, and I have a golden card because I've been spending so much money at Starbucks. They send you a coupon. Last Friday they sent me a coupon, and you can use it only on your, and this is my birthday gift to myself, ginger molasses cookie warmed up. And so I showed up over there. I said, I don't see the gift coupon on my phone. I said, how does it work? I said, it's my birthday, I'm supposed to receive a free drink. And the girl with amazing green eyes, so beautiful, and she says, please scan it. So I scan I put the screen of my phone towards that reader, and she says, yeah, I see it. So what else would you like? I said, I'll take the cookie. And this cookie is 350 calories, but who's counting, right? You have birthday only once, and so that's what it is. So I'm enjoying my free coffee. Thank you, Starbucks. And then the kicker was when she was, you know, pushing the coffee from under the plexiglass, and we're all wearing masks, you know. She says, here you go, sir, happy birthday. And this is probably the third time, now it's 10 o'clock, this is probably the third time somebody congratulated me. First was my brother, Alex. Thank you, Alex. I turned on my phone when I woke up at like 8 o'clock. I turned on my phone and I see there's a money transfer. He sent me a couple of $100 Canadian and a voice message, and I listened to the voice message, and like a message that we send each other by email. Yeah, voice email. And he's still down south over there. He was at that ski resort, Donbai, at the very bottom of Russia, but it's getting busy, prices are going up, right? And so he started getting back towards Moscow, but Moscow, it's like -10, and they promised -20 Celsius pretty soon. And so he did a little detour and stopped in a town called Anapa. Anapa, it's a small it's a small ski resort town on Black Sea. And he's recording this message, and he says, yeah, I stopped in Anapa. And so I woke up, I listened to his message, and went outside with my hiking poles, and walked probably about 2 kilometers in the snow on the grass. It was, you know, it's much harder than walking on the pavement. I really don't enjoy walking on the pavement, but I'm coming to appreciate these sticks very much. They're very light, very strong, and it's really fun. You know, I feel like, you know, today I walked in like much more intensive pace than a couple of days ago, my first time, and I walked in the snow and on soft ground, so it's definitely more difficult. Like the level of difficulty is much higher than walking on the dry pavement. And I feel, you know, I wanted to go downtown Toronto and walk, but I feel tired. I don't want to walk, you know. So this is good exercise. And so I came in, I took a shower, I shaved my head, see, shaved my neck. I hate when all the guys, they have these, you know, bushes on the neck. It just looks awful. So now I feel clean. Put on my I bought a pack of 3, like a cat, you know, socks. Very nice heavy duty socks. So now I'm wearing my birthday socks, drinking my birthday coffee. And then of course, as what I usually do, what happens on my birthday, is that my mom, she cannot call me, right? I'm not sure why. Like, she could maybe borrow money from my brother, but she doesn't want to do that. So, you know, for her to call me from Russia, it's very expensive. And so a funny, crazy situation is I have to call her so that she can congratulate me. So this time I decided to, and I always play jokes with her, you know, like I call her and I say, hey, is this a drugstore? And a couple of times, like, she didn't recognize my voice, and she's like, drugstore? You got the wrong number. I say, Mom, come on, it's me. Oh, сыночек, Sonny, you know, son. Well, this time I decided, wait a second, let's look at the situation from her standpoint. So I'm the oldest, her first son, right? And so she might remember this day, right, when she was in the hospital, clearly, right, and she was giving birth. And so I decided to kind of like as if I'm a nurse, you know. And so I call her and I say, DRATCHEV, that's her, you know, last name in Russian. I said, DRATCHEV, у вас мальчик, you have a boy, 6 kilograms. Congratulations. And she started laughing because, yeah, as a baby, I was pretty big. Of course, it wasn't 6 kilos, which is like some crazy 13 pounds. I don't remember what I was. Maybe 3 kilos or something like that. Maybe like 6, 7 pounds. Yeah, somewhere there. But I know I was a big baby. So I know it probably wasn't easy, you know. And so I congratulated her because this is her day as well, right? And we talked for like 10 minutes and she wished me all the best, you know, health, live long, don't age, you know. But yeah, how do you don't age? And then at the end she starts crying, you know, please, you know, don't, you know, she says, you and Alex, you know, don't forget me. And I'm like, I have tears in my eyes because she's in Russia, I'm here in Canada, Alex now is in near Georgia over there. Yeah, I need to do something about my Russian passport and go see her because she's 84. You know, time is flying by. And she says, but I will see you at least one more time, right? And I'm like, geez, Mom, stop talking like that. You know, you're 84. You're not like 104, right? But yeah, my passport, you know, because they have this rule. I mentioned this before. I cannot go to Russia on my Canadian passport because I'm a Russian citizen on top of being a Canadian citizen. They okay with that, but when you travel to and from Russia, you must use your Russian passport. And my passport expired some 2 years ago, and it's a super bureaucratic, ugly, long procedure. It's not like a Canadian passport which you can get by mail. This one you have to book an appointment, you have to go to the Russian embassy. It's like a rigmarole, you know, like a typical Soviet bureaucracy with this passport. But I do want to see my mom maybe next year, maybe this year, I don't know. But they say it takes like up to 6 months to renew your Russian passport. But what's funny is that last time when I did this, right, I had my passport, my Russian, my Canadian passport, and I buy a ticket. Nobody wants to look at my Russian passport because everything over there is in Russian, right? I think only there's like on the first page there's one word in English, which is like Russian Federation or something like that. And so I was doing I was changing planes. I forgot, Paris, Frankfurt, somewhere there, right? It was, you know, you fly from Toronto to Frankfurt, then you sit there for 4 hours and you jump on another plane, let's say some German airlines to Moscow. And all these guys over there, they say, do you have another passport? Like I show them my Russian passport, right? Do you have another passport with English? So I show them Canadian passport, so which is like ridiculous. So basically, yeah, the Russian passport, they want to see that, you know, like the border guards when you go from the plane inside the terminal, right? So it's a border. So that's when they want to see your Russian passport. Everybody else doesn't care about it because it's all in Russian, you know, like international flights. Kind of like ridiculous. That passport has no value outside of Russia. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you have another passport? And I'm like, I thought I was supposed to travel. And what if I didn't bring my Canadian passport with me, right? They telling me that I have to travel to Russia with my Russian passport. Basically, don't get me started. And just for the record, the only ties I have to Russia are my younger brother and my mom, right? I left in '97. I have no interest in Russian politics. I read izvestia.ru sometimes, you know, just to see what's going on, maybe like once a year, once in 6 months, you know. I don't follow, like, I'm Canadian. I have a Canadian passport. I consider myself a Canadian, so this is my home. And Russia is where I was born. Actually, I was born in Hungary at a Russian military base. So Russia is where I grew up. But I grew up in Ukraine before the breakdown of the Soviet Union, so it's all crazy. You know, it's all crazy. It's not like, you know, England, which was there for 20 centuries, right? And where were you born? Oh, you were born near London. Oh, geez, that town is still there. It's still the same country, right? With me, everything changes. I was born in one country, then I grew up in another country. That country stopped being part of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union fell apart. Ukraine became independent, its own country. They kicked me out because I said, I don't want to live here, I want to live in Russia. So I went to Russia. Russia would not accept me. Where's your residence permit? I said, screw this, I'm going to Canada. So this is where they accepted me. This is Canada, this is my country. Alright, so what are we gonna do? I don't want to go back to the hotel, but I don't want to do too much walking. I want it usually, you know, on a weekend. If I'm somewhere near Toronto, I can go and park the car, right? I found a couple of cool parking garages, like underground parking garages. It's like, what, $7, $8 for a whole day Canadian, whereas normally it's like $20 an hour. And this is only possible on the weekend. And so, but I feel a bit tired after this morning trekking Nordic walk in the snow, and also it's 0 degrees, 32 F, 273 Kelvin. But I do have my gloves, so I don't know what to do. But I do want to go for a drive because I love the sound of the car with the new BBK 85mm throttle body. So maybe I'll just show you guys. We'll just drive through downtown Toronto, see how many, is there any people on the streets. I can go on that little road near the lake. Yeah, maybe go to like downtown Toronto and just show you from the car what's going on. Brother asked me a very interesting question. He says, can you tell me what difference do you feel like now that you're 59 compared to when you were 49? And he's 9 years younger than me, and so he's so he's 49, no, 50. He just turned 50. So he started getting worried about you know, old age. And I said, well, there's two major, no, maybe three major differences. All right, where shall we go? I'm over here at 403 and 401. And 401 is right there. I go on the main road. And right after the bridge, there's a ramp and I can go east. Ontario 401 Express. And then on the left side will be the airport, and then I take 427 south, and that's QEW. maybe I'll just go to where I started my maybe I can just show you Etobicoke. But actually we were there. Once I did a video called how and why I came to Canada, and I went to there, where my first rental apartment. Yeah, here's the big High Park. It's a very big park. Yeah, Parkdale, that's where I spent my first few years in Canada. Roncesvalles, that's like a community in western, see Little Portugal, Liberty Village. Now these are like very fashionable places because you're still in Toronto. Before it was like a, you know, very poor neighborhood, lots of bums, stuff like that. Oh, a couple of times I stayed in this Weston Harbor Castle. So I don't know. I'll just start driving and then we'll figure out as we go along. So thing number one, when you get closer to 60, is you start noticing all these famous people dying. That's what I told my brother. I said, you know, before when you're like 40, 50, you just, you know, you see something like some famous actor dies or some musician dies, right? And you just keep it, you don't pay it any attention, and you go to the next piece of news. Let's say, you know, when I'm on Google, News Google and News Yahoo, right? But now I actually click on that I actually click on that news piece of reporting and I read it, and I have a feeling like, you know, like the shells are falling down closer and closer. That's the feeling. Basically you become more aware of death, you know. That's reason number one. When I was 49, so that was 2010, I just joined Landstar. I don't think I was reading any stories about dead people, you know, but but now I'm 59, and that's how you pass your time, you know. Okay, who else died today, right? So that's funny thing number one I noticed. Number two is the weight. Once you go past 50, you know, even though some people say, hey, you know, I'm never gaining weight, it's my physiology, you know, hey, I can eat like cakes, you know, bananas and whipped cream with spoon right from the big bucket, and I'm okay. Yeah, right. Wait till you're 50 or 55 and see what happens. So that's one thing I noticed, is that your metabolism, you know, noticeably slows down, and so you need to cut your calories if you want to stay the same. So I started adding weight somewhere after 55. And so that's what I told my brother. I said, be careful, watch your diet. But at least I'm doing better than I remember my late dad. Shit, now I'm stuck behind this Parmalat delivery guy. Poor trucker working on a Sunday, pulling a triaxle trailer. Like, can we go any slower? Dixie Road. The airport is on the left side. International Airport. And this is all office area, office buildings, and this is where Toronto starts, 2.7 million. The response really became much better. Of course, I'm using 94 gas, high octane gas, 94. Thank you, Petro-Canada. Excellent quality gas. Even though it has ethanol. Like, I know if I go to Shell here in Canada, Shell, the highest grade they sell is 93, and on the pump it says 93 has 0 ethanol. But usually I don't like filling up with the ethanol gas, but I like this 94. I feel the difference in performance. This is 427, and this is Etobicoke. There's a big shopping center over here. If I stay right, over there it's a Sherway Gardens. Sherway Gardens is over there. All that area There's an Indigo, a big bookstore. There's a Best Buy, Winners over here. Home Depot, Mark's Work Warehouse. They sell heavy duty work clothes. Mark's Work Warehouse. Not cheap, but great quality. And so now once we go over that hill, we can see downtown Toronto. See the TV tower. BMW 335. I can tell you one thing. I think I mentioned this before, but when I was in Russia, right, a BMW, you know, if you want to impress your girlfriend, you tell her you got a Beamer, you have a BMW. But over here, they don't stand out at all, because they're not that big, unless it's like a 7 Series. The quality is awful. I can tell you that as a former tow truck driver. And that's what, if you do like a research online, you'll see that the quality of BMW products became really bad when they started using all this complicated electronics. So that's what it is. It's not like something physical, mechanical. It's just the stupid computer. There's too much stuff. Like, people cannot start the car, you know. It's all these sensors. And Japanese cars, right? American cars, you know, like you take something like Lexus. You know Lexus, right? There's no comparison between Lexus and BMW. Like, I only sat inside once. So it's like or Cadillac, even Cadillac or Lexus. I don't know. I think it's a much better quality than a Beamer. And inside, it's like total luxury, you know. I gotta slow down a little bit here because all these guys, they don't care, but the speed limit now is 90 kilometers an hour on this stretch. So I'll probably go here because I don't want to be in the left lane. Well, like, you see, like, yeah, sometimes people say, hey, I cannot believe you drive this fast in your car. Like, what? Yeah, because I drive like a granny in my truck, so I gotta have an outlet for my creative driving juices, right? But as a professional driver, I always pay attention to speed limits, believe it or not. And so when I see 90, I know max you can do is 110. So 20 kilometers over. After that, you're asking for trouble. But all these people here in the left lane, they don't care. So that's why I try not to be in the left lane in areas like this, because all these people I see, like that guy, I see 335, that BMW I was just joking about. He's passing me because they're doing the same, like people don't care. He was doing 75 miles an hour, 120k over there. He's doing 120k over here. Like, that's why you have so many speeding tickets, Mr. BMW. And I got my license in 84, like in Russia, my basic car driving license. I got it in 84, and then I got when I moved to Canada in 97, I got my trucking license in 2005. And so my driving experience has been what, 16 years in that century and 20 years here, 36. Guess how many speeding tickets I have? One. I have one speeding ticket because of this. where I was flying near Buffalo, New York, on the way back from New York City, and the cop pulled me over for doing 10 miles over. No, wait, 15. Yeah, and I asked him, I said, would you have stopped me if I was doing 10 over? He says no. You see? So 10, 15 over, that's already too much. So it was a 65-mile zone, and he caught me doing 80. And then he says, nice car. And then he gives me a 10-minute lecture on how to avoid points on my license. He says, do this, and then you'll just pay a small fine. He says it's considered a small infraction. And I'm like, why did you stop me if it's a small infraction? And he says, it's a nice car, sir. I like your car. Thank you, officer. So, yeah, one speeding ticket since 1984. So that means that my methods work. So now we're on QEW. So I don't know, shall I go? Shall I go and park my car and walk downtown? What's the time now? Time now is, I have no idea. I switched off the radio. Yeah, there's nothing better to do. Maybe I'll go downtown. Downtown, da 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 da. Jarvis. Yeah, I see the sky is all cloudy. It looks like it's gonna rain or snow or something. This area, so this is the market over here on the left. Very nice. I like this part of Toronto. Yeah, this is St. Lawrence Market. You see that? bunch of restaurants around here, but of course, again, everything is closed. I mean, for dining. You can only do a takeout. So I'll keep recording till I reach the parking. And this time I didn't even program it into my GPS, because I know this route. Yeah, I see there's people walking, sitting, there's lots of parks. It's actually, yeah, Toronto is a pretty cool place, you know. If you can afford the rent. See lots of people exercising, running, jogging, you know, especially over there near the lake. Like, the lake is behind my back. Like, now I'm driving north on what? And I think it's Jarvis. Yeah, so now this is Richmond. So this is like real downtown. Like here, if you are renting or you own a condo like this, you don't need a car, you know, for everyday living. Okay, I think it's this one. Yeah, I need this one because this is a one-way street. Church. We're turning here, right on Church. The only bad thing about downtown Toronto is that there's a lot of poor people, you know, that like lots of bums. And that's my favorite store, Henry's. It's like a B&H Photo. Of course, it's much smaller than the B&H Photo in New York, but this is a pretty big photography store. And now they sell drones, they sell camcorders, cameras, and of course now the big craze is mirrorless cameras. My brother has a Sony mirrorless camera. He was a die-hard Canon fan, and then he got tired of the weight. He had a Canon 5D. Oh yeah, I bought him a 5D Mark III on his birthday. I think he was 40 years old or something, or 45. This parking is a bit scary. But my exhaust sounds awesome. Why is it scary? It's because it's very tight. Of course, there's never spots on the lower level over here. See, park 548. Well, actually, wait a second. I never had parking. I never parked over here. Why are you beeping? Hold on. Maybe there's something I don't see. To get away from that car so that they don't scratch my doors, you know. Exhaust sounds so sweet. That's it. Well, hope you enjoyed the ride. So basically now I just want to grab my camera and go for a walk. And this is it. This is like my little birthday present to myself, you know, a little trip downtown. And at the end of the video, if I find something interesting to photograph, I'll just attach the pictures. So once again, happy birthday, Captain Sergei. I think now it should be Admiral. Oh, the guy just sneezed. Now I'm afraid to get out of my car. I'll wait till they leave. Anybody knows how long the sneeze stays in the air? Because now I feel trapped, you know. I'll catch you guys later.